We're checking out this full aluminum radiator, 3-row, designed to fit the 1979 to 1993 Ford Mustangs with manual transmissions. This radiator is perfect for Mustang enthusiasts who want to upgrade their cooling system for better heat management in all driving situations. This 3-row full aluminum radiator is engineered to provide exceptional cooling efficiency for your Mustang. Featuring a triple-row core design, the radiator significantly improves heat dissipation compared to stock, making it ideal for vehicles with upgraded performance or warmer climates. It's crafted with a TIG-welded aluminum construction for superior durability and resistance to corrosion. The high-capacity design helps maintain optimal engine temperatures even under demanding conditions like those track days, while the polished finish adds a clean, performance-oriented look in your engine bay. It's designed as a direct fit installation, ensuring compatibility with your factory hoses and your fittings without additional modifications. This radiator is going to be built entirely from lightweight aluminum, and it's both durable and efficient. The triple row core design, like we mentioned earlier, maximizes coolant flow and heat transfer, ensuring consistent performance during extended periods of high RPMs or heavy loads. These TIG welded seams provide added strength and durability, while the polished surface enhances aesthetic appeal and improves corrosion resistance. When it comes to the price on this full aluminum radiator, it's going to come in right around that $200 price range, making it a cost-effective investment for increased cooling performance, durability, and keeping your engine at safe operating temperatures to help you improve its lifespan. Installation on this radiator is going to be straightforward, as it's designed as a direct factory replacement. You'll just need the basic tools to remove the old radiator and install the new one, making this an accessible project for most DIY enthusiasts. On our difficulty meter, this install comes in at a 2 out of 3 wrenches and should only take you about 3 hours to complete the job. Now, let's see exactly how this goes on your Mustang with an install video from one of our AmericanMuscle.com customers.
Hey guys, my name is David. This is my 1989 Lincoln Mark 7. Today we're going to be putting a radiator in it and a cooling fan. This is a Fox platform-based car, so anything you do to a Fox body, you can pretty much do to this as well. Just slightly stretched Fox platform. Here are the parts we're going to be installing today. We have one radiator from AmericanMuscle. It's a pretty nice radiator. We're going to use this to swap out a Mishimoto radiator that we have that got messed up, and it's actually of pretty decent quality comparative. So install this fan, and these are going to be the tools we need. I'm going to need a crescent wrench for the drain plug on the Mishimoto radiator because it's a bolt. You're going to need a flathead screwdriver for any clamps and to help you hold the clutch in place with breaking the fan clutch loop. 7/16 for the fan clutch bolt, 10 millimeter for your radiator hold down brackets, and 8 millimeters for the fan shroud bolts. And then you're going to want a 1/4-inch drive socket set like this. This will be your best friend. We have our coolant and our distilled water to fill the radiator with. So let's get started. The first thing you're going to want to do is drain the radiator. Since we're replacing this Mishimoto radiator here, mine is in a plastic petcock, but an actual drain bolt. Oh. Make sure your car is not hot when you do this. So while that sits there and drains, we're going to want to start disassembling this upper half. So we'll get these radiator hold down brackets undone and do the upper radiator hose clamp. You're going to want your 1/4-inch drive set, your 10 millimeter socket, your 10 millimeter wrench, and your 8 millimeter wrench. Your 10 millimeter socket is for your radiator hold down. Now we have this upper clamp. That's an 8mm. This is where you're going to want your socket set. Open it up far enough to slide that back. Gently wiggle your hose out of place. Now that we've already got the radiator loose and the upper hose done and out of the way and the radiator drained, we're going to loosen up our fan shroud bolts. You're going to still want that 8mm socket and your 10mm wrench. You're going to want your 8mm socket. Now at this point, we're going to take the radiator fan shroud off. So you're going to want your 10mm socket and ratchet with your 7/16 wrench. Typically on a OEM radiator swap, there will be J-nuts here. It still should be the same 8mm bolt there. All right, we're already almost halfway there. Collect your tools, keep them organized because they're your best friends. Now that your radiator's loose and your fan shroud is loose, you're gonna lift up on the fan shroud, and there's at the bottom of the radiator, I'll show you here. At the bottom of your radiator is gonna be these two openings. These two openings are gonna have J-hooks in them. Steel J-hooks that your bottom of your plastic fan shroud hooks into. So you always want to make sure to lift up to release them from the J-hooks and then back to get them away from the radiator. That will free your fan shroud so that then you can pull your radiator. But we haven't undone the bottom radiator hose yet. So you're going to want your ratchet set. You're going to want to go underneath. We just need to remove this singular lower radiator hose. You're going to want your ratchet. You're going to want an extension. And you're going to want an 8mm. Some OEM vehicles use spring clamps, so you'll need a pair of pliers like this. My vehicle doesn't have spring clamps. We've swapped everything out for these worm gear style clamps. So we just need sockets and ratchets. So you're going to want to pull your bucket over to this side now that it's pretty much done draining on that side, because there probably will be coolant in this hose. Not much. Then we'll come up top, grab the whole radiator, and just lift straight up. There they are, guys. Side-by-side comparison. It's really not a bad radiator for half the price of the Nishimoto. It's pretty comparable in quality. On your old radiator, don't forget, take that flathead screwdriver and remove the J hook. Just pry it from the back and roll it out. Usually these J-hooks need to be transferred from your old radiator to your new. They usually don't come with the new radiators. Then you're going to take your brand new radiator and very gently slide it down. Be careful with the fins on the radiator. You don't want to damage them in any way. So now that your radiator is set down and sitting on its isolator bushings, you're going to want to reinstall your radiator hold down brackets. This is where you're going to want to go back to your 1/4" drive ratchet set. $10mm in your ratchet. Make sure they stay aligned as you're installing them. And that's that. Radiator is now in. You have to get the fan shroud hooked into the bottom of the radiator on those J-hook tabs. We'll come down to the bottom. And as you can see here, you have a J-hook. Your J-hook has to hook onto the bottom of your fan shroud. Once it's bottomed out, your fan shroud's installed at the bottom. Now we have to bolt it down at the top. I have replacement J-nuts here to make this stall more OEM. So now that we've got the radiator installed, the mounting brackets installed, and now we just got to get the new J-nuts put in to the top of the radiator to hold the radiator shroud. These are J-nuts. Typically your new radiator won't come with these and you'll have to transfer them from your old one. Your 10mm ratchet, your 10mm on your ratchet, and button down. The plastic here on your fan shroud is snappy. This is old brittle plastic. Snug is all you need. Radiator and fan and shroud installed. So now, move on to the upper radiator hose. Since we just took one end off, slide that all the way on. Take your 1/4" ratchet set, grab your 8mm and an extension for ease of access. Just till it's snug, you don't want to over tighten it. Now that the upper radiator is installed, you can go down to the bottom and below it. Slip over on your clamp, slide your hose on. Just snug. And that's not going anywhere. Radiator installed. So, gather all your stuff. Next thing on the list, coolant. Distilled water. Your favorite flavor of coolant. Don't forget the hose that attaches to your overflow. Right. So now you'll install your overflow hose. Make sure you route it so that it's not kinked in any way. Cut your hose to length and attach to your overflow.
All right, that's gonna wrap up our review and install of this full aluminum radiator with the 3-row core designed to fit the 1979 to 1993 Ford Mustangs with manual transmissions. And for all things Mustang, keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.